Tommy Holmes. I've been with the city for 14 years, and all that time has been in commercial swimming pools. I do commercial pools, and the first thing I do is I go to a client, a apartment complex or whatever, and I go into them and I ask them for their permit, their compliance for Virginia Ground Baker, their main drain expiration, and I usually ask them if there's been any kind of owner change or anything like that in the last year. When I go to the pool, I check for fence gaps, looking for 4-inch gaps anywhere in the fence. I look for fence height. I look for closure of the gates and doors. Gates have to self-close, self-latch, and the gates swing away from the pool. That's to keep little toddlers from being able to walk into the pool. And I also look for trip hazards, deck issues, missing drain covers, quality of the water, chemistry of the water, compliant signage, 911 phone, make sure that they're all working properly. In the pump room, I check for leaks. I check to see if the plumbing is right, see if they have any electrical exposure that's a immediate danger for water or something with electrocution. Proper addition of the chlorine, proper placement of pressure gauges and vacuum gauges, and also part of our job is Virginia Ground Baker compliance, which is keeping kids from entrapment or evisceration on the drain cover suctions. And part of that is looking in the pump room if they need a safety vacuum release system and proper placement of it, and if it hasn't been bypassed. One of the things I check out is the chemistry of the pool, and chlorine legally in a pool has to be between 1 and 8 parts per million. In a spa, it's 2 to 8 parts per million. And if you see algae in the pool, that's not an indicator that you're going to get a disease from the pool, but it is an indicator that it has been some amount of time without chlorine in it, and it's one of our potential failures for a pool if they have algae in it. The chlorine works better when you have a pH that's closer to neutral. The range for that is, for us, is 7 to 7.8. If you keep it lower, the chlorine works better. Your pool will last longer because a high pH will damage the plaster of the pool. One of the recent pools I went to, it was a location where they were having problems with their chemical feed system. And the manager of the pool had been adding shock to maintenance, and he was going to call a pool company. I took him to the pool pump room area and described to him how his tablet chlorinator system worked. And when we were looking at it, I was showing him that he had a check valve on the discharge side of the chlorinator that went back to the return lines back to the pool. And I walked off and was doing something else. He came to me in a few minutes later and showed me his check valve, and it was completely plugged up. And once he got it reinstalled, he was getting getting chlorine to his pool, and that solved his problem. He was very thankful, and I felt good that I was being able to help him with my knowledge of the pump room. One of the big reasons I do it is because I enjoy teaching people and using my knowledge that I've gained over the years and helping them keep a safe, compliant pool.